So guys, the number one the number one thing you should do in life, period. And it might sound crazy, but you should actually allow people to be wrong about you, because there's a lot of people, including myself in the past, that I wanted everybody to think of me the way I thought of myself, and it literally got under my skin and bothered me if people would view me as not as good as I actually was. And it did take me time, I'm not gonna lie, and this is why I share this video with you guys, because it took me time to get over that, because I was in such, not like a bad position, but just like I wanted to prove so much. You're young, you're hungry, you want to prove everything. If people don't see you as high value, if people don't see you as like the best and how good you know you are, it bothers you, and it's this drive. It's like you want people to know that. But when it's all said and done, when you're putting in the work over time and you're starting to become the person you know you are, nothing is going to faze you. Nothing is going to bother you. You are proving everything to yourself. You're proving yourself right. And you can't convince anybody of anything about you. You just can't, and you shouldn't. You should let people think and assume any single thing they want about you. That's exactly what you should do. And don't convince them otherwise. Because they're going to do it at the end of the day. Let everybody else be the judge. People are not stupid. And the reason why I even wanted people to think a certain way about me is because the current reality I was in, I knew I was better than that, so I wanted people to believe how good I was going to get. But I wasn't there yet. I still had the confidence. I still had the look. I still had the swagger. But I didn't build myself up yet. But I still had those things. So it's like you want people to know what you know about yourself, but they never will until you actually become it. And they will be the judge. So don't worry about those things. Let time tell. And you could have that chip on your shoulder. I know how it feels like. You're all emotional when you're younger. You want things to go your way. You want people to believe in you, and it's all these things, and you just have to let time tell. It's all you can do. You should never be trying to make people think a certain way about you. You just got to do your thing, and who you are is going to show up. People will know exactly who you are. People will know that you are the real deal. People will know these things. And there's always going to be haters as well, and this is exactly why I say let them believe what they want to believe, because haters are always going to be in denial. You could be riding private jets, you could be in Miami with the hottest chicks on the planet, you could be doing all the balling things you want to be doing. I'm telling you, you could be riding the Lamborghinis, you could be doing whatever you want to be doing. The haters will say, you know what they're going to say? The haters are going to say, oh, he got to where he got to because he stole. Oh, he got to where he got to because he did this, because he did that. They're going to make up any excuse in the book to write you off, because they can't stand to see you shine. They can't stand to see you becoming who you're actually supposed to become when they're not doing it themselves. So it's what it's going to be. It's what it's always going to be with some people, but the real ones, they will know exactly who you are, so you don't have to prove anything to them. Your actions will prove it for yourself. They're going to see the value in you, and it's going to be great. That's how it goes. And like I said, I still understand how it is. You have that chip on your shoulder. You want people to believe in you so early on. And it's understandable. You know what? That's actually a big motivation. That's actually going to motivate you. You're going to have those chips on your shoulders. You're going to feel like you have so much to prove. And rightfully so, because you do. You know, and there's not really much. You know, this video can give you clarification. This video can ease certain things in your mind and give you comfort, but it's like you're still going to feel how you're going to feel. But knowing the truth, knowing the psychology behind it, and knowing what to expect, it can definitely help. But if you're still young, you're still going to have that chip on your shoulder. It's not like I'm telling you to not have that chip on your shoulder. You actually should. But just know what to expect. Know that if you are who you say you are, people are going to see that. People are not going to overlook it. Only stupid people is going to overlook that. Only haters are going to overlook that. Only people who want to see you literally dead are going to overlook that because they hate you so much. You know what I mean? You can't convince anybody of your greatness. You can't convince anybody of your intelligence or anything like that, but you can prove yourself. And you can prove yourself to yourself, which is the most important thing. You know you're gifted. You know you're highly talented. You know you're all these things. You know you have that it factor. You know you're different. You know you're chosen. It's a matter of time, is what it is. Because you weren't born on the mountaintop. You didn't land on the mountaintop. You dug and you clawed your way to the top of the mountain. Nobody on earth fell from an airplane and dropped right on top of that mountain. Everybody dug and clawed. Everybody did what they had to do to get their way up there. You know what I mean? So it's like you just gotta let people think whatever they want. And the real ones they're gonna believe in you. Even the real ones are gonna see your potential. Whenever I didn't have much, whenever I was hungry, whenever I was young, there will be some people that's laughing at you, that's doing those things. But you're gonna have somebody that comes around every now and then. And they're gonna tell you to your face how great you are. How good that you are. How talented you are. How hard you're working. They can see something in you. They will tell you this. I remember when I was like 19, busting my ass in the gym. After all these hard things that I had to go through, breakups with the ex and all these other things, and you're going nuts at the time. You're going through this red pill rage. You're just going nuts. And you're putting in that work in the gym. And I had these older, successful men coming up to me, and I mean men that are like 50s, 60 some years old. They are very smart men. Very cleaned up men. Very intelligent, sharp men with wisdom. They would come up to me not even knowing who they are, and I actually made friends with these men at the gym that I used to go to that I don't go to right now. And this is like the first gym where it all started for me, where I started making all my progress, coming out of a lot of dark times and busting my ass. And these guys seen it, and they would come up to me, introduce themselves. I would tell them who I am, and they would just tell me how hard that I was working, how talented that I am, what kind of level I'm on, what they see me in the future. You're going to be successful. They're telling me things like this, and it's like every time those things happened, it felt so damn good, but it was giving me confirmation that, you know what, I know, like what they're telling me, I know that about myself too, so thank you. I appreciate that so much. And I know that too. And I know that too. So it's like, it just feels good, man, and there's no other way I can say it, like, because you could be going through times where it's like everyone's against you. Everybody's hating on you. You know you're in the land of a shithole. You know everyone's against you, but it's like you'll see random, older, wiser, successful people, not people your own age, because everybody wants to see you fail. Because everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to win at a young age. Your own damn friends want to see you fail because they want to be doing better than you. Then it's like you're not even friends anymore because there's all this competition, and you're not no competition. You're only doing better yourself. But it's like all these people, that's how they think, because they're shit, let's be honest. And you get all these wiser people that are telling you things that you even know about yourself. And it's confirmation. And you make good friends with these people. Because that's the type of guy I am. I make friends with a lot of older people. I talk much better with older people, not younger people. I can talk very well with younger people. I can give them wisdom, but I feel like an older man looking at these younger kids and thinking of my younger self when I was their age. And even realistically, I'm not even that much older than 16, 17, 18-year-olds. I'm still in my mid-20s. But I feel mentally much smarter and established. And I still have some youth. But I'm really in my zone right now. I'm really in a great place. And I can teach these kids. I can, because I'm not relating to these kids. I'm teaching these kids, but I'm relating more so to older people who've been there, done that. Like I'm on their level, but I'm still young. But I'm like on their level, like that old. You know what I mean? That's because of how hard I work. That's because of the things that I do and the things that I didn't do. Those two things matter a lot. The things that you do matter, obviously. The things that you don't do also matter, obviously. Because you could be doing all the right things, but you could be doing meth at night. You're not going to get anywhere if you're doing meth at night. Let's just be honest. And that is a crazy example, but you know what I mean? You can have every good habit you want. But if you're still being crazy, doing stupid things, it's going to hold you back. It's going to stunt your growth. You have to be doing all the right things. And you have to be staying away from the things that is going to hinder your progress and success and growth. So and life is also not a sprint. It is a marathon. You have to be in it for the long run. You can't expect quick shit. Nothing come quick. Ain't shit come quick. Anything that comes quick is not worth a F. Everything that's good, there's a delayed gratification that is coming. It's delayed. Everything that's great is delayed. Nothing's coming quick. You have to put in an obnoxious amount of work, an inhuman amount of work, to make anything great come to pass. And like I said, guys, it doesn't matter what people think of you on your journey. What matters is what you think about you. That is the number one thing that matters the most, because anybody can overlook you. Anybody. Your own family, your own parents, your own friends, and these are the people most likely to overlook you, to be honest. Because you're around them all the time. They can't see inside of your mind. They can't see the visions. They can't see the things that you're about to do. They can't see your future, but you can see pictures in your head. You can see visions. You can see success. You can see certain things, but they just see little old you. They just see, you know what I mean? The person that they want to see in you. They don't want to see the best version of you, but that's all you see in your head, and then you grow apart and past these people, and they're forever going to think what they want about you. They are inferior to you. They know it, and they don't want to accept it, but they will have to accept it if they even want to speak to you or come around you at all, period. So do not worry about these folks. Do not worry about anybody. Do not worry about the naysayers. Like I said, the number one most important thing is what you think about yourself. People are always going to believe what they want to believe. Let people assume what they want to assume. It's going to happen. And you don't have to listen to a damn thing. I used to hear a lot of negative things. I hear like nothing anymore. Like nothing. The odd time something will be said. The odd time, and I mean very odd, something will happen, and it's like, Much worse has happened. Much worse has been said. So, okay. And you just have to be unbothered. You have to keep living your life for you, believe in yourself, and keep pushing it forward. Let's get it.